Are you ready for the raw truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? ESPN 1520 presents The Raw Truth with health and nutrition practitioner Robbie Raw, RN. Join Robbie as she discusses faith, family, food, fitness, detox, sleep, and stress management, and your overall health. Can you handle the truth? And now, here's The Raw Truth with the one and only Robbie Raw.
And good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. And we are so excited about today's show. Before I get into that, make sure you get your green tea, maybe some matcha tea, some green smoothie. We're going to be talking about great stuff today that you do not want to miss. You know this show is about faith, family, food, fitness, detox, all of the things that are vital to your health. And I'm so excited about today's guest. Listen, don't forget we have a ton of free healthy eating seminars coming up at the Fountain Wellness Center and also at Buffalo Spine and Sport Medicine and Catalyst Fitness. We are actually rolling out our cooking classes and healthy eating classes, and I'm actually going to be doing some stuff for Whole Foods as well, so I'm so excited Whole Foods is in town. And my first guest today is Mark Wilkins. He is the store team leader of Whole Foods, and I don't want you to miss that interview. And later on in the show, I have a special guest for you you don't want to miss. We're going to be talking about something on a little bit more serious level, but something you don't want to miss. We're going to be right back with The Raw Truth. Stay with us.
Can you remember where you were or who you were with when you had the best workout of your life? Hi, I'm Amy Boemi, and when I think back, I'm always at Catalyst Fitness with a trainer pushing me. I love the feeling of working out with women and men at different fitness levels, motivating me to be the best version of myself. And when someone hits their goal, that's the energy I take to keep Catalyst Fitness growing. The best way to get results is to be in a group setting. Walk into any Catalyst location and have a goal in mind or needing some direction. We will have the perfect trainer for you. Catalyst has the best variety of equipment and dynamic training areas to make your results happen. The best certified trainers, team training classes, Les Mills classes, cycling, indoor turf area, weight loss programs, hydro massage recovery, and so much more. $9.99 makes you a member. Catalyst has everything you need to be fit at a price that's a perfect fit for your budget. $9.99, all 6 locations. Visit CatalystFitnessBuffalo.com. Activate your life.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sam Shatkin Jr. from the Aesthetic Associates Center and C Rae Spa. When you look in the mirror, are you bothered by aging changes? Would you like better shape to your figure? If your appearance does not reflect how you feel on the inside, let me and my staff help you regain that youthful appearance through surgical and non-surgical procedures to enhance the way you look and feel. Call today for a consultation at 839-1700 or find us on the web at greatlook.com. That's the letters GR, the number 8, look.com.
And we are back. So listen, I want to tell you in a little bit, we're going to be talking about traumatic brain injury, post-concussion syndrome. And I have author C Rae Johnson with me. We're going to be talking about her experience and her 2 incredible books you don't want to miss. Right now, I am so excited because Whole Foods is finally here in Buffalo. I mean, we've been waiting and waiting. It's happening. In fact, they opened yesterday on the 15th, and today is the second day they're open. I am welcoming the store team manager right now, Mark Wilkins. Good morning.
Good morning, Robbie. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. And you brought a bag of goodies. And
absolutely.
I mean, I cannot be happier about this. I'm going to be doing some supermarket tours over there and some free seminars. Very excited, and I'm sure you are too.
Absolutely. We have waited a long time to get into the Western New York market, and to be back in Buffalo is just wonderful.
Well, you know what? It's about time. I mean, we have, a lot of people, believe it or not, in Buffalo who are trying to take care of this temporary hirsute, as I like to call it, and eat healthy. And it's not, a lot of people, we have a lot of gyms in the area, and Catalyst Fitness, obviously, is the gym that I teach at. But you can't out-exercise a bad diet. You need to be able to, take care of this body so that we can go out and do God's work and eat healthy and really live out the purpose in our life.
Absolutely. We are a full-service supermarket at Whole Foods Market. We offer great quality foods for any lifestyle or diet that people are adhering to right now.
And there's so much more than just food. I mean, tell our listeners, you have everything there. And you can get, food to go and, everything else.
Sure. Talk a little bit about it. Yeah. I mean, we have not in addition to great organic and high quality foods, we'll also be having a large prepared foods department, including what we call Bar 1818. We'll be serving 10 to 12 local Buffalo brewed beers, as well as burgers, milkshakes. Additionally, we have hot bar foods, 2 types of salad bars, organically grown produce, as well as grass-fed beef, fresh fish, specialty cheeses. The list just goes on and on.
Yeah. And I have always traveled because I was in a national position with Bally Total Fitness. So I have always shopped at Whole Foods and in Manhattan and Chicago and everywhere else. And I actually just cannot believe that we're finally getting you guys here. This is something that the entire community has been talking about for months. And now this whole thing with Amazon. Explain what's going on.
Well, Amazon acquired Whole Foods Market in late August. And, again, there's just more good things happening. Our prices have been lowered on some of our grocery staples.
Love that.
And we're just waiting for what's going to be next as being a partner with Amazon.
Well, my husband says that I'm, one of the main reasons why Amazon's buying everything because, I shop a lot. But yeah, I'm also a huge, fan of Whole Foods, obviously. So, there's so much going on. I know we're going to be doing some yoga classes. I'll be doing some free healthy eating classes. I'll be doing some supermarket tours, eat this, not that, and why. And you have a whole, yesterday was so exciting with the grand opening. There were food trucks, all kinds of things going on.
And what we're really proud to do is yesterday we were able to give 5% of our gross sales to the Massachusetts Avenue Project. They help Massachusetts. Their mission is to provide all youth and families with access to fresh, healthy food in Buffalo. So we were very proud to be able to partner with them as well. And we want to thank all the shoppers that came out yesterday to support not only Whole Foods Market, but certainly the Massachusetts Avenue Project as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, how can people in this area find out what's going on a regular basis? Because you have so much going on.
Absolutely. We have a very robust calendar. The best way to do is go to WholeFoodsMarket.com. We have digital coupons you can download onto your phone, as well as a list of calendar events that will be posted monthly.
And there's supplementation and beauty aids. It's not just foods.
Not at all. Absolutely. We have a full line of body care items featuring a couple of great local vendors and producers as well. Supplements, yoga clothes, yoga mats, some housewares as well. Again, in addition to the food, it's a place to be. We've got a bocce court towards the front of the store as well. So we hope our customers will come. Join us for a game of bocce in our Bar 1818. There's a pool table. Of course, we need our TV so we can keep track of all the great sports teams around as well. So it's just a little bit more than a supermarket. We're absolutely proud to be part of the Buffalo community, and we hope our customers will enjoy that as well.
And this is right on Sheridan, right where the Northtown Plaza is, and close to Catalyst.
Absolutely. 3139 Sheridan Avenue in Northtown Plaza.
And the hours, I know you're open early and late.
Yep, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., 7 days a week. So we hope everyone will be visiting us.
Well, everybody is visiting, and it's so exciting. And it's big enough to fit everyone. So make sure you come out. And we're just so excited. So welcome to Buffalo. And just very, very excited. This is, believe it or not, even though we like our wings here, not me, but, other people, there is so many people in this area who want to eat healthy. And now we can, we have Whole Foods. So it can't be better than that.
I agree. Thank you so much. That's what we're here for, is to offer great quality, fresh foods to the Buffalo community.
Well, thank you, Mark Wilkins, and we will be definitely in touch, and I'll see you around the store. Do you live locally?
I do, sure. Absolutely. Live in Williamsville. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Okay,
perfect.
see you in the aisles.
All right, we will. All right, you guys. So Whole Foods, check them out if you haven't already. And in case you've been living under a rock and you didn't know, they are here, okay? So listen, when we come back, I'm very excited about our interviews. I'll have author C. Rae Johnson in studio with me talking about traumatic brain injury post-concussion syndrome. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with The Raw Truth. Stay with us.
How will I know? That's the question many ask when faced with serious illness. How will I know my caregiver needs more help? How will I know all the services available to me and my family at no cost? How will I know it's time to call hospice? Niagara Hospice wants you to know that it's never too soon to call. In fact, those who call sooner in their disease process often live longer and with better quality of life with the help of hospice. How will you know? Don't wait. Call 716-HOSPICE and get the support you and your family are entitled to. Don't be denied the gift of more time. Call 716-HOSPICE.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sam Shatkin Jr. from the Aesthetic Associates Center and C Rae Spa. When you look in the mirror, are you bothered by aging changes? Would you like better shape to your figure? If your appearance does not reflect how you feel on the inside, let me and my staff help you regain that youthful appearance through surgical and non-surgical procedures to enhance the way you look and feel. Call today for a consultation at 839-1700 or find us on the web at greatlook.com. That's the letters GR, the number 8, look.com.
Can you remember where you were or who you were with when you had the best workout of your life? Hi, I'm Amy Buemi, and when I think back, I'm always at Catalyst Fitness with a trainer pushing me. I love the feeling of working out with women and men at different fitness levels, motivating me to be the best version of myself. And when someone hits their goal, that's the energy I take to keep Catalyst Fitness growing. The best way to get results is to be in a group setting. Walk into any Catalyst location and have a goal in mind or needing some direction. We will have the perfect trainer for you. Catalyst has the best variety of equipment and dynamic training areas to make your results happen. The best certified trainers, team training classes, Les Mills classes, cycling, indoor turf area, weight loss programs, hydro massage recovery, and so much more. $9.99 makes you a member. Catalyst has everything you need to be fit at a price that's a perfect fit for your budget. $9.99, all 6 locations. Visit CatalystFitnessBuffalo.com. Activate your life.
You know, on The Raw Truth, sometimes we discuss topics that are hard to talk about. Listen, if you've been struggling with an overactive bladder, light bladder leaking, postpartum symptoms, men, maybe you're still leaking after prostate surgery, you have to meet my friend Dr. Sarah Capadagli of Co-Era Physical Therapy. Dr. Sarah can help relieve these symptoms you've struggled with for so long non-surgically. Get help today. Call 716-498-2677. That's 498-CORE. CORR.
It's been quite the journey. In fact, it's been a lifelong journey. Hi, it's Carrie Cardinelli. If you're anything like me, when it comes to eating healthy and exercising properly, you need someone to walk beside you on your path to health and wellness. For me, that person is Robbie Raw. From food choices to nutrition to doing the right exercise, Robbie has the answers. I finally found success on the Raw Truth Recharge, Robbie's 4, 8, or 12-week program that includes a 7-day detox. Robbie will teach you how to eat and exercise properly because honestly, we need to learn how to be healthy. It does not come naturally. Robbie also offers private and semi-private fitness and nutrition coaching. If you've suffered through yo-yo dieting or type 2 diabetes, this is the help you've been looking for. Do what I did. Find out more about the Raw Truth Recharge at RobbieRaw.com.
And welcome back. So excited about Whole Foods here. So listen, I am very excited about interviewing our next guest. And she is an author, C. Rae Johnson. She resides in Western New York with her family. Has a medical background in nursing, nutrition, health and fitness, as a certified personal trainer. And she personally suffered a traumatic brain injury and is still dealing with ongoing post-concussion syndrome symptoms. So she wrote a couple books here and to help other people. And good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you
for
so
having
much
me.
for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I appreciate you coming in. And boy, our paths have crossed a couple of times
Yes.
here, and it's just meant for you to be here today. I just have to say.
Yes, God's orchestration for sure. Yes.
Definitely. Well, thank you for writing your books to help other people. We're talking about overcoming the many challenging aspects of a healing process from traumatic brain injury, TBIs, and post-concussion syndrome, PCSs.
Yes.
So I know that it was placed on your heart to write these books to help other people. Tell us what happened to you first.
Okay.
if you would.
What happened to me was more so unusual than one would think an injury would happen. Mostly they happen from sports or car accidents or falls. Mine happened as just a freak accident. Our dogs were playing chase. We have middle-sized dogs. I had a dog that ran into me. He's a Samoyed, so he's just all power of the hard head. They were playing chase, running around the house. I had bent down at that optimum moment to pick up my son's toy, and the dog nailed me in the side of the head. So he hit above my ear, probably hitting the temporal lobe, maybe even part of the parietal and the frontal, the way the impact was. I didn't lose consciousness, but I saw red everywhere, and I was just stunned. And my symptoms started to come on gradually, and I did what people should not do. I waited 3 days to go to the ER. So by that time, I was in a dream state. I had multiple symptoms. I had the concussion. From that point, they did the CAT scans, and I tried to get my doctor's appointment, my initial doctor's appointment with a family doctor at the time. But time is everything with head injuries, and for best treatment and healing, you really should get treated within the first 48 hours and have a CAT scan, have your MRI done. But by the time I was able to get into my physician's office, it was at least a week and a half, and then the MRI. So there's all this time, and so it's very unusual how it happened, but the defects were debilitating just the same. So I went through just a series of different symptoms, and through the process of going through that, it was just placed on me to put whatever information I can learn into these books to help other people, because you don't really find out the little things that can help you deal with your activities of daily living throughout the day. Going to a doctor's office, they're rushed, and they can only do so much. And it's just there's help in the little things to get through that day to make it a little bit easier when you're dealing with symptoms.
Yes, thank you for the desire to write this book and help other people. And really, I just want to say, praise God that you're here, because it could have been a lot worse.
It could have. It could have. Yes.
So we're talking about traumatic brain injury, TBI, and post-concussion syndrome, PCS. It's easier to say those initials.
The initials.
And so are the symptoms always noticeable?
They are not. This is why it's generally known as a hidden injury. It's not like if you're wearing a cast or if you actually have bandages on. It's in your head. So depending on the impact, what lobe that struck, the force, and different lobes have different functions for the body. So you can have problems, physical problems, headaches, double vision, proprioception problems, knowing where your body is in time and space in relation to the rest of the world. You could be in a state of fight or flight all the time. You can have vertigo, balance problems, exhaustion, extreme fatigue, behavioral. You can have anxiety and depression, sudden crying because you have an overload. Your brain normally takes in all kinds of information throughout the day to get you to function throughout the day, and you take for granted little things of even driving or lifting anything or cooking or whatever you're doing. But with the injury, everything slows down to a halt, and you essentially have to relearn everything. So when you're only able to function and think about one thing, and then there's sounds coming in, somebody talks, or water running, or the dogs bark, or the phone rings, or music, and then the smells, it hits you that way. So anything pleasant or non-pleasant to you can affect you. The sights, lighting, fluorescent lightings usually wreak havoc with your brain. Computer monitors, the flicker. Normally, the normal eye won't notice the flicker on a computer screen, but with a brain-injured individual, you pick up that flicker, that modulation, the fast. No matter what screen you have, you can have like an LCD screen or a pulse width modulation screen, and it'll still pick up the flicker behind it. So there's different little things that can help you throughout the day that you could wear. You can wear sunglasses, or they have protective layers for the monitors, so your eyes will better adjust. Soft lighting. You can turn off the fluorescence, avoid glare. You can have get window films for windows to block out glare.
Right.
Any little thing that can help, but.
Well, and obviously I'm a nurse as well, and I while you're talking, I'm thinking about when I used to work in ICU and dealt with patients, even patients who had surgery and didn't have an accident or anything. Any kind of surgery to the brain is like an insult to the brain, and so a lot of what you're saying can happen even when people don't have an injury, but have had surgery or things like that. And our brain affects everything.
It does.
It affects, everything from A to Z, hormones included, right?
Yes, definitely. Because if you have the injury, and if you have, you can have your hypothalamus and your pituitary gland damaged. So then you have a disconnect, and it can't relate to your adrenals correctly to give the right amount of hormones pumping through your body. You can end up with adrenal fatigue. You can, if you're female, it can be extremely dangerous. You can have an overload of high estrogen, and that can cause anything from fibroids, increased menstruation, to certain cancers, and trigger autoimmune disorders. And going through all this, a lot of these things happen with myself. And I even prolactin levels in the brain can cause different problems. It could upset your cortisol levels.
Right.
It could affect everything from your heart rate. You could go through the storming phase where it can affect your heart rate, your blood pressure, your pulse, and you can seemingly be in a calm state, but you have a chaotic state going on within your body. It's just completely under stress. And then that pumps up your symptoms even more.
It's amazing to me how clear you're thinking and how, recovered you are right now. Was it a long recovery process?
Yes.
And how long ago did your brain injury
This happened in May of 2014, and I still deal with stuff, and I have, like you see, I have my sticky notes of my little things that help triggers, like to remember. It happened over 3 years ago, and I still have problems with proprioception. I really can't drive much because other cars seem closer than they really are. So if they put their brake lights on, I jump. I almost feel like we're going to hit, even though I was never in a car accident. It's just my proprioceptors, sometimes they're off when they're damaged. So your body takes in visual cues differently, and sense of touch. You can be touch sensitive. So it takes everything in a little bit differently. And even in the car, I have to look down, or I'm picking up too much stimuli from the road. Anything we're passing could be the trees, other cars, lights.
Wow.
And each little bit of stimuli compounds, and it just adds up.
Right. Well, we're talking with C. Rae Johnson. She wrote 2 books, Traumatic Brain Injury and Post-Concussion Syndrome, The Do's and Don'ts, A Personal Journey, and 10 Simple Ways 10 simple steps your doctor may not know can actually help you after she had traumatic brain injury herself. So listen, we're going to go to our endurance sponsors, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about a few practical ways that maybe people can cope with these symptoms, and how actually people can help others. We're not going to have a lot of time, but I know that there's people listening that are caretakers as well. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the Raw Truth. Stay with us.
Smile. Hi, this is Jim Kelly for Westermeyer Martin Dental Care. Over the years, I've taken some pretty big hits from some really big guys, and it really never bothered me. But the dentist chair, now that's a whole different story. A good friend of mine introduced me to Westermeyer Martin Dental Care a couple years ago, and now I actually don't mind going to the dentist. See, they have this thing called sedation dentistry. I took just one little pill before my appointment and slept like a baby until they woke me up to a brand new smile. Now, Jill, my entire family, all come here just like me. So if you have dull, chipped, or even missing teeth, take it from me, Jim Kelly. Call Westermeyer Martin Dental Care at 652-7645 or check them out on the web at wmsmile.com. They'll get you back in the game with a great new smile. So call my dental team at Westermeyer Martin Dental Care today. You're going to love your Westermeyer Martin smile. I know I do.
You've waited long enough. Now you can have all of Robbie's knowledge, advice, teaching, and inspiration in the palm of your hand with her new book, The Raw Truth Recharge. The Raw Truth Recharge will teach you 7 truths about faith, family, food, fitness, detox, sleep, and stress management, and how all of them are vital to your health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Robbie is a registered nurse, an integrative health and nutrition practitioner, and a master trainer armed with certifications. With 30-plus years experience in the industry, she will teach you how to increase your energy, be fit and feel healthy, decrease your body fat, increase your muscle mass, shape your body, cut cravings, and focus your energy to fulfill your calling. God's Word actually gives us clear direction on all of these truths. If you want to get lean, then you need to lean on the Lord. Do you need inspiration and motivation to either get or stay on track? Then this book is for you. Get your copy of The Raw Truth on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com today.
How will I know? That's the question many ask when faced with serious illness. How will I know my caregiver needs more help? How will I know all the services available to me and my family at no cost? How will I know it's time to call hospice? Niagara Hospice wants you to know that it's never too soon to call. In fact, those who call sooner in their disease process often live longer and with better quality of life with the help of hospice. How will you know? Don't wait. Call 716-HOSPICE and get the support you and your family are entitled to. Don't be denied the gift of more time. Call 716-HOSPICE.
And we are back. I'm talking with author C. Rae Johnson. She wrote 2 books about traumatic brain injury and post-concussion syndrome, Do's and Don'ts, a personal journey after she suffered, and also 10 ways that your doctor may not know can help you. So, tell us a little bit, and I know that there's people listening right now who are caretakers of maybe someone who has cancer or whatever. As I said, a lot of the symptoms you're talking about, because my sister had several surgeries to her head after having cancer, happened with people who have had brain surgeries. So how can someone help a loved one? By reading these books, first of all, right? To understand it a little bit more. I know your husband's here today, and I'm sure that he, was grateful that you have been communicating what you have. But really, there's a lot to being a caretaker, too.
There is.
People need to understand this because you can be a different person after this.
You can.
And so what are a few practical tips to help people cope with these symptoms?
Well, the best way for caretakers, first of all, is to be very patient and understand that the person, they're still the same, even though they may act a little different. And because they're acting different, may not necessarily be what you're seeing. If they seem anxious, it might not be that they have anxiety, but they could just be, it's a cause and effect. There's something underlying going on. The best thing to do, first of all, I would say, is to make sure you get blood work done from your physician to check hormonal levels. And then they can go from there, because that will trigger other symptoms, and that will help. So if they have to do bioidentical replacement therapy, hormone replacement therapy, or through foods, getting your antioxidants in, your anti-inflammatories, because it's a big inflammatory process in the brain.
Inflammation is huge.
And with the inflammation, it sets a stage for disease and causes all these symptoms. So somebody could all of a sudden be fine, but because of the stimuli coming in and you're bombarded, you're overloaded, your body starts to shut you down a little bit, the non-necessary systems, to keep your heart running, to keep your digestive going, to keep your respirations, everything functioning that you need. So your speech might slow, or your walk might slow. And so somebody might hear you suddenly talking very slow, maybe with a slur, and also beginning to stutter. And the person having it could also, it's frightful because you hear yourself talking like that, or behaving that way.
Well, I'm so grateful that you joined us today, and thank you for sharing this information. I wish we had more time. The main thing is, if you hit your head, if you have an injury, get to the hospital right away. Call 911. So, C. Rae Johnson, thank you so much for joining us. Traumatic brain injury, post-concussion syndrome. Where can they get your book real quick?
Lulu.com, Beacon Christian Books in Niagara Falls, 2480 Military Road, and Amazon.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. All right. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with The Raw Truth. Stay with us. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to thank Whole Foods today, and also C. Rae Johnson, who wrote the wonderful books on traumatic brain injury and post-concussion syndrome. Listen, don't forget to follow me on social media. I'll see you right back here next week. God bless.
Join us next time for another episode of The Raw Truth. Feel great and look great in mind, body, soul, and spirit with Robbie Raw and The Raw Truth right here on ESPN 1520.